Redditor designs GeForce RTX 3060 Founders Edition in Mini ITX form factor, a new AIB board partner for Intel Arc A750 GPU that has blue PCB and power connectors. MSI Ventus 2X is the first GeForce RTX 4060 Ti to drop below 335. Acer launched their Radeon RX 7600 Predator Bifrost series, their first Radeon GPU. Palette has brought in their RTX 4060 GPU with shorter PCIe connector. ASRock Radeon RX 7900 XTX goes down to $799 in US.
This is Tech Track.
Okay, so firstly we have this Reddit user Clashmains have made this GPU here. This is the RTX 3060, and as you can see, you have never seen this kind of 3060 before, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it's good for an ITX build, of course, and obviously it's a modified custom build, but it looks damn good, honestly. Like for ITX builders, this is perfect, honestly. Like look at the size of that. Also, yeah, it's basically the RTX 3060 cut down to this. Well, I'm guessing they used the same shroud because it looks nearly the same shroud that NVIDIA's Founders Edition, so yeah, kind of makes sense. And to be honest with you, I don't know why NVIDIA didn't really think about this for the RTX 3060, because it's a, entry-level GPU anyway, or not really entry-level, very less power-hungry RTX 3060, so something like this kind of makes sense, And as you can see, the PCB here that has been recreated using a CAD software because, well, as you can tell, this is not the genuine RTX 3060's PCB, so it was a bit modified to fit the size, of course. So it kind of looks like that Intel Nuke, but not really an Intel Nuke, because from this picture you can kind of see the idea of what I'm trying to say, but not really. It's a genuine RTX 3060, completely modified, of course. It basically, this is the Gainward Pegasus RTX 3060, I believe, that the user used here, so it just cut it down in very small factor, and there it is. This is basically the 3D model for the whole thing, and it looks very much compact and nice for an ITX build, I must say. Next up, we have another Intel Arc board partner that releases their Arc A750, as you can see, but it is kind of different because, as you can tell from the pictures already, the PCB here, as you can tell right here, the PCB here, it's quite blue. Yes, exactly. It's a bluish Arc A750, I should say. Probably they will launch an A770 in the long run, but hopefully, for now, we are seeing that A750, which is a pretty good card for the price they're offering, only $200, so not bad. And also, the power connectors are just blue. They are going with the Intel aesthetics, as you can tell, just the Intel aesthetics. And the company is basically, well, the name, I don't know how to spell that, Kuro Toshiko. I completely butchered that probably, but yeah. It's a Japanese company that launched their first Arc A750, and it's really interesting looking at the bluish PCB. I don't know why people don't do that, But yeah, there it is. Next up, we have another GPU, basically another GPU news. Today we have some pretty good amount of GPU news here. But firstly, we're looking at, or not the firstly, the secondly, is that the MSI Ventus GeForce RTX 4060 Ti 8GB model, you're looking at a $379.99. Basically, it was $399.99, of course, so a $20 cut here. But you can also get more cut if you use the zip code, which is ZipTech. They're using this zip code here, and you can also get like around $45 cut if you go for the checkout, and then you can get that. So yeah, you can get around $45 cut from there. So 379 minus 45 more, so below 335 ish. So yeah, it's a quite a good deal, honestly. 335 for an RTX 4060 Ti. I mean, still, I wouldn't say the best deal, but it's going down, at least, it's not the MSRP, of course, but it is what it is. Like 335, not that exciting, but also it's going down, so not really that bad. But then again, you can really get an RTX 3060 Ti for the same or even lesser price, so I wouldn't really, think about this. But hopefully it will go under 300 to even consider buying, because as I said, this GPU just doesn't really makes sense. Next up, we have another GPU. As I said, too many GPU news today. So we're looking at the Acer GPU here, and well, it's the Acer Bifrost, and that's the AMD Radeon RX 7600. This is the first time Acer is doing that. Well, basically the same design for the NVIDIA GPUs. They're probably using the same design, yes, because it looks identical. It's that semi you know, blower style versus traditional style. Yeah, both combined. It's a very weird looking GPU, I must say, but yeah, it works. It kind of works because blower style in the middle and then in the sides. I don't know how really the thermodynamics are working here anyway, but still, like, it's a really unique looking design, and you can get this now for the AMD Radeon RX 7600. And if you're willing to, purchase the 7600, which is not a bad GPU, honestly, which is, in terms of pricing, it kind of goes well. Not too much exciting, but yeah, it's not a bad GPU. But this GPU, however, looks pretty wild to me because from the beginning, I said this, that the design is just funky and very unique. Yeah, I don't know if blower styles are silent, but I guess this fan kind of helps the cooling. The turbulence, I don't know how it works, but yeah, it's there. Next up, we have a very weird looking GPU from Palette here, and as you can see, this is well, the weird part is not the GPU, it's the connector right here. It's the PCIe 4x8. Exactly. This is physically a 4x8, not a 4x16, but only supports 8, not like that. It's literally 4x8. So I don't know what's going on here. Why did Palette even choose to do this? It's just a strange looking one. But the thing is, you can literally use this GPU in a X16 slot. It won't be a problem. You can, I mean, yeah, it might seem like that, oh, you're missing some pins and it looks like some part of, like, this part of it is empty, but you can still insert this whole GPU in a PCIe 4x16 slot and it will work completely fine. It's just, it won't utilize the other 8 pins. It's just because physically it has only 8 pins, right? So it is strange looking, but it is there. So interesting approach here. I wonder the performance doesn't get hopefully that won't be a cause, but yeah, strange looking card indeed. Next up, we have another deal here, and this deal, I believe this is the best deal that you can get right now. This is the Acer Phantom Gaming Radeon RX 7900 XTX for 24 gigs of GPU, of course. And well, interesting thing is it has a sale of $8.99 right now. Well, you can save $60, but it also has a referral code, and it's the same ZipTech referral code, exactly. And you can save up to literally $100. So meaning it will go down to $7.99, not $8.99, $7.99 if you check out, of course. And you can add the same code to get this GPU for $7.99. That's a good deal. 7900 XTX, that's not even the XT, that's XTX. So it makes it even better, right? So yeah, I mean, $1,000 card now going down to $7.99, basically $800, $200 cut. It's a huge deal in my opinion.